Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I believe I know why the price of gold is going parabolic. I've been watching it go up since September 9th. I'll show you a screenshot in a minute of the actual price, and I put a line, a red line, on September 9th. Why is that important? Well, it turns out that the SEC accidentally, the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, that's supposed to be looking out for us investors and regulators, right? They accidentally put their notes and their edits on sec.gov. Turns out the internal communications were posted. They did not stay there long, but they were archived for posterity. I'm going to get into this story, but just know we've been watching the price of gold go straight up, and I just couldn't figure it out, and now I know why, because the meeting happened on September 9th. During the meeting, here's one of the comments that was mistakenly included. I strongly recommend that a sentence be placed here or somewhere in the first part of the speech to reassure markets that you are not making the speech because you think there is an imminent crisis. These regulators are nervous. These internal comms were quickly deleted from sec.gov, but not before it was archived. They're talking about over-messaging. Check this out. I'll put a link in the description below. The slip-up reveals anxiety among regulators over messaging. So can you imagine Gary Gensler's up there doing their nomenclature and doublespeak and all they do in front of us, but when they're all together and they don't know it's being, put on the website for everybody to see. I imagine it's pretty easy to understand. Like, hey, don't scare the hell out of everybody. I mean, this could be really bad. Well, it turns out he says the whole talk was about bank restructuring, financial crisis, and the importance of public disclosure. Because he's going to be on the hook if he doesn't do his job. I mean, they're supposed to be looking out after us. I'm going to set this right here so I can read a little bit better. Now, he says the best way to ensure that investors and counterparties and depositors don't get scared and lose confidence in the system is to disclose things. And he's right. But when you start talking about bank restructuring, we'll put that in plain words. AIG, Citigroup, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, Wells Fargo, all those had bank restructurings. They had financial institution restructurings. When they go belly up due to unrealized losses, these banks have been propped up in a low rate environment. They raised interest rates. Now they're belly up. Now the SEC is having meetings to try to tell people, but not tell them, not scare them. Investors are relaxed, the paper says, because they believe the banking crisis is over. Remember, it was like a bank a day for a little while, a couple of weeks. They're having trouble, and they did the bank. It wasn't called a bank bail-in. It was some kind of window. What was it called? A bailout window, whatever it was. And I was thinking then, this isn't going to work. The FDIC went back on what they said. They said they weren't going to cover anybody that had over $250,000 in their bank account, but they did. Why make up rules and laws and regulations if you're not going to keep them? It's smoke and mirrors. Get ready. I'm not telling you to buy gold at all-time highs. I am a little bit concerned. I wanted another opportunity myself. What I think might happen is they'll let the information out. They'll let gold run up and just go parabolic, and then they'll pull it back really hard and scare people out. The market's really good about manipulating your emotions, giving you FOMO. So try not to do that. We've all been a victim of that. I know I have. Try to just get ready. Get the price list from Stacey. 318-564-5823. That way you can shop around with that price list and everything's on it. Except for copper. We don't sell copper. It's been going nuts too. Copper has been going wild over the last day and a half. And I don't understand that. But, you know, who really understands the markets, right? Crazy. Now, Jim Rickards said this could get acute to the acute stage faster because of technology. And I thought that was pretty, we all think the same way usually on this channel. That's probably par for the course. Think of technology. People can use their cell phone to remove funds or put them back or take them out by gold, you know, stuff like that. The velocity of money has a lot to do with it. And that is why they don't want to scare people. People are not going to do a audit on their bank. They're not going to go to, I'll give you something right here. Go to, if you're worried about your bank, go to Florida Atlantic University. They have a free tool, and it's actually in this article that I'm going to put in the description, and go check out your bank. Most people are not going to do that. That's what they're scared of. They're going to get scared and put their money in a safe place, whether it be under the mattress, into gold, or something else. It looks like a lot of people are already moving into gold. Isn't that crazy? Look at the screenshot one more time. You're telling me the people that know, the people that are in the know that the SEC is talking about financial crisis, imminent. Bank restructurings, financial crisis. That's the thing. That's what they're worried about, and here they are having meetings about it. Back to unrealized losses on banks. They have losses that are not realized. They're in the red, but it hasn't come to pass yet. You know, they're fixing to have to deal with this. I think that's exactly what's coming. I know a couple people that are in the situation where they were barely making the payment, and now the interest rates went up, and now they're just scratching, and they're in trouble. That falls back on the banks. It falls back on propping up this smoke and mirrors, low interest rates, easy money, you know, and people will always borrow more than they can stand. They always will. Even if unrealized losses gets resolved, the whole bank debacle, there are other potential black swans. Can you imagine? Let's count them. War, rumor of war, possibly Kamala, and they're everywhere. Monkeypox, you name it. P. Diddy. I mean, distractions. Can you imagine the Jeffrey Epstein of rap music being P. Diddy, distracting the whole planet at a time like this, when the wealthy people that are doing what they do, they're getting in first, they're okay, it's time to move to precious metals. It goes up since September 9th and doesn't look back. But let's do it. Okay, get P. Diddy right now. Get P. Diddy and put it all over the place. And all this, it's distraction. Guys, we're headed into some real turmoil, some real chaos. On the brink of war, that's pretty bad chaos, but financial chaos right here in the beginning of sorrows. So, recap. The Fed is preparing for economic turbulence. Gold is trying to tell us something because it's going to all-time highs. And it stays up there. And it keeps going up. We're going to hit $2,700. We're like $4 away. 5 maybe. Job growth for the year was recently revised sharply. It's like, why would you just tell us the truth in the beginning? That, you know, it does make sense if you're lying and you're trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. But they just go back and revise it, you know? It's like, man, It's so hard to get real news, and it's a shame you have to get it from something that's been taken down because they accidentally posted it. Have an awesome, awesome day.